Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. First, looking at the bigger picture, the idea is that we are coming down in a C wave of wave 2 at the moment of this swing high that was made on the 14th of July. Ideally, we get a 5-wave move to the downside. Based on that assumption, one more low would be needed to really complete this overall pattern on the ETH chart. We might just be going there right now, as it seems. So we'll dig into that now. Bitcoin sees a bit of a decline, bit of a sell-off at the moment across the board. And if we get one more low, we would get confirmation for that one more low that the wave 5 is already unfolding with a break below 1605. So that would be needed. A break below 1605 would take us first to 1535 and then 1457. Below that, we've got the support levels at 13 and 1200. There's also plenty of historical volume in that region. So there should be a lot of support there. Ideally, however, we don't get there with one more low unless we get another huge liquidation event, which I at the moment I'm not looking for. But I'm still looking at another low. It still seems, I said that in the Bitcoin video, as if Bitcoin and Ethereum, as if the easier path for them is another low. So overall, against the 1723 level, we're looking for another low. A break above 1723 would be needed to indicate that a lasting low has been made. So Ethereum is respecting the 38.2 retracement level, which is at 1688, which is normally the ideal target for a fourth wave. However, it doesn't really give me a very clear view of what exactly is going on here. Looking at the micro structure, there are just too many options in such a correction to really come up with a very, very likely micro count. Typically, what we're looking for is a nice 3-wave move. The idea is that as long as we stay below 1723, we are up for another low. If we go below 1605, we have confirmation that the 5th wave has started, and as long as we stay above 1605, it is possible that we just form a larger 3-wave move. It can always happen that what we did was an A wave, this is now a B wave, and then we move up in wave C. Means that within this B wave, we had an A wave, maybe even here a B wave triangle, and now it's breaking down. But again, what is much more important than figuring out the micro count, because there are just too many options in these corrections, what is much more important than figuring out the micro count is to understand what are the relevant threshold levels. And as I said, for ETH to the downside, 1605, with some micro support actually here at 1644 and 1628. So we need to be watching if we see any reaction here in this area. And if we do, this could just be a B wave, which would result another, once more in a C wave. I would be in favor of that personally, because it would give us a nice and clear 3-wave structure. Then a C wave rally, and then get rejected there for a 5th wave breakdown. However, if it breaks down more directly, then I would have to assume that the 4th wave already finished here, which looks a little bit, strange, not a very reliable wave 4, but I would have to assume it already finished and we're already breaking down in some kind of a diagonal structure in wave 5. So be aware of the relevant thresholds. I would still like to see a higher C wave, just to get a clearer 3-wave move, but again, it's not needed. The analysis reveals to us the relevant pivot points, 1605 and 1723. At the moment, it seems to me that we're heading into the orange box. That's another small decision point. A direct break below would most likely send us down here to 1535 and 1457. And then when we make one more low, we need to be watching for a more lasting low in place. So it could mean that the next rally could be a real impulse, a 3rd wave rally basically. Or if it's just a correction, if we see after the next low, just sort of corrective and choppy price action in 3 waves, then we will expect another move down, possibly then into the lower support area for a deeper wave 2. But we're not there yet. We take it level by level. At the moment, price action still favors another low. Again, what I would be in favor of is a clearer 3-wave move here in this structure. Let me actually give you a potential micro count for that. Bear in mind, these micro counts, they are not very useful. They don't give you an additional edge. They don't. I strongly believe an additional micro count in crypto wouldn't give you an additional edge. It's just sort of for fun, but I know a lot of people appreciate it. So the idea would be that this could have been an A wave, yeah, potentially here a B wave triangle, and now a C wave move down in wave B. It's just an idea at this stage. So the actual B wave might have unfolded as a triangle, A wave, B wave, C wave, D, E, yeah, in the B wave triangle, and then a move down here, something like that, yeah. And yeah, then this orange box would be relevant, and then if we can get one more high in the C wave at least would have some space. Okay, so that's a potential microcount. Obviously, then you could say we already had a small 1-2 in wave C, and this is now a third wave, but within a correction, that sort of micro counting is dangerous. It gets invalidated all the time because there are just too many options, especially if you deal with a correction. Okay, I mean, micro counting corrections on the larger time frame, or counting corrections on a larger time frame, that makes sense. Not that much of a wave, micro counting. But hey, it's also for education. So let's see if this is going to play out. But it also tells us that if we now see a break above the end of the triangle, which was here at around 1687, if we see a move up, we are dealing likely already with a C wave, yeah? That would be sort of a breakout point to the upside because it would invalidate the direct downside path. Yeah, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.